Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Crafting with Laurel. So today we're going to weave petals, flower petals, into our rope. Alright, I hope everyone had a nice holiday. It was a cold holiday. Hey. Alright, so I just cut 8 petals. They're the size of my finger. I was going to do 7 petals. And I'm going to do the center about an inch. Well, hi, how are y'all? Howdy, howdy. Say hello. Alright, let me see. How are y'all? Hope everyone had a good holiday. Say hello so I can see some chats. Say hello. Alright. I think I got my chats on. Let me double check. Type in and say hello so I can see. Alright. Says it is. Hi y'all. So I cut 8 petals. I sketched out one and I traced around it and cut 8 of them. We are going to weave it in and out or over and under each round we do sewing the rope together. Alright, I was just getting my circle right. We're going to put it right there, and then I'm going to cover it with some batik. So I'm going to get this about an inch, I think. So hello, say hello. We are live. You can comment and say hi. Alright, so it's a little more than an inch, but that's good. I think that's going to be perfect. So all I did was I sketched out the size that I thought I needed. It's going to be a little bit bigger, but it's going to shrink a little bit each time you wrap. Alright, so I'm going to get these out of the way. So how is everyone? And this one I'm going to use to put in the center. It's going to be a daisy. Alright, let me see if my volume is up. Alright. Let me see. Do I got any comments yet? I don't see any comments. Okay. Put it on straight stitch. I have socks on because it's cold. Can't feel my paddle. Alright, here we go. Take my pen out. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer. There we go. Oh no. I forgot I'm using black thread. Well, we got one line that's black thread. I wasn't ready. Was I ready? Alright, let me see. I got white. White is good. Take this black one out. Alright, here we go. See if I can put it in right. It's too thick. I got too happy winding this one. Alright, is that that better. Come on, get in there. I think I got too much thread on that bobbin. We'll see how it works. Alright, change the thread on top. Black would have been alright, but I don't want black. We want white. I'm using serger thread because I go through so much thread. It comes on a bigger tube. I have a little hanger thing on the back of my sewing machine. My sweet brother made it for me. Let me cut this in better so I can see the needle and get it through. Hang on, y'all. We'll get it right in a minute. Y'all know how it is. All right, we got 3 people. Well, hi, Sharon. How are you? I had a lonely Christmas, but I had a good Christmas. It was nice. Peace and quiet. I got to do what I wanted to do, and I ate roast. Talked to my kids. They live quite a ways from me, but it was a good Christmas. My Christmas present. Oh, y'all. My sister hooked me up. Hopefully it comes today. So I got a new toy coming, y'all. I got one of those round knitting machines coming. I don't know how to knit. I crochet. But I've been watching some videos, y'all. Been watching videos for 3 days just to make sure I got it down pat. You know I can't wait to play with it. Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a break from sewing. So I did my star shape. I'm trying not to go over an inch. There's the black thread. It's not going to show only on the bottom. Okay. Let me pull these out of the way. I don't need that. So I cut 8 petals the size of my finger. I sketched 1 out and I traced 8 of them. And we're going to weave these in and out. You happy to see me? Me too. Alright, let me make sure it's an inch. Yep, it's a little past an inch, but it's perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna, what size is the brighter side? Okay. So your working core is always on your right hand side. I flip it over and trace. Let me see, what spot do I want? Okay, I think I want it right there. There's like a little splash of yellow right there. So this is going to be the center of my flower. So did you have a good Christmas? You get everything you want? Well, come on, ink pen. I think my ink pen's cold too. I have my heat on. The vent's right under me. Alright, I think it traced. It traced it good enough. I can see it. Alright. We got 5 people. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. I'm concentrating here. Yeah, I was supposed to work today, but we didn't have any work. So, guess what? I'm home again. Alright. Plus, I needed to make another video for y'all. I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Laurel's getting behind. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it's about a scant or a quarter of an inch. Or is that a 1/16 of an inch? It's pretty small. You want it to just go over the edge of your rope. Alright. I fold the little tail under. Alright, so we're going to need to put a pin in it. Alright, I need my biddy. This is my biddy. I call her my biddy. She's got all my pins. Alright, so I put a pin in it for now. You can put adhesive or glue stick, or I wouldn't use the iron-on because you'll see the circles through the fabric, but you can. Alright, the next process. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, we're gonna have our rope ready to go over the top. So I'm gonna put the first one I'm trying to get it to the edge of the fabric here. So you want the first one to go right there. Got it? You're going to lay it over. This is going to be a little tedious because it's smaller. Alright, it'll be easier as we go. So each space is going to be about a quarter of an inch. I think that was what I was estimating. Alright, can you see that? Let's see if I can get y'all up and zoomed in here. Sorry about the jiggling. Alright, so we're going to start zigzagging. Alright, my stitches. Alright, zigzag. And you want to hold this straight, but don't pull on it. You'll stitch over it. Put your needle down for safety. Now we're going to grab the next petal. And you're going to want it approximately, is my hand in the way? Approximately a quarter of an inch. It looks about right. We're going to barely hold on to it. Put your needle down for safety to hold it in place. You're going to grab another petal. You're going to lift your rope up, and you're just tucking it between your rope. I think I need to move it over just a tad. Get it between the rope and the... There we go. Now we're going to zigzag. Put the needle down. I think I can take this pin out now. Where'd my biddy go? Here she is. And grab another petal. And make sure the petal's tucked in the fabric. Sometimes, yeah, I do things the hard way. But I can't. Alright, here we go. Zigzag. Needle down. You see how it's forming? Oh, I'm sorry. The husband and the boys. COVID. I know, man. That COVID's something. I had it a few months ago. I had the shots too. I took a girl to work and brought her back home. And she wasn't feeling good. She called out the next day. I went to work. Wasn't even an hour. I got to work. I was feeling fine the next day. And it hit me. It was a whole hour. I felt fine till it got to work. Maybe an hour. Come on, get in there. Alright. I don't know, 7. I might have to go with 7. I think I spaced them further apart than I thought. Yeah, it's cool. It'll be a 7-leaf one. Yeah, that COVID's something. Well, the new COVID's even worse. Yeah, the new COVID, you're getting the flu virus and everything all in one. Alright, here we go. Well, I hope y'all are going to be alright. I'll put you in my prayer list. Yeah, my grandkids, they had the flu. They went through my daughter, my grandson, and then my 2 granddaughters. The youngest one got it the worst. I think that one went crooked on me. Did it go crooked? Let me lift my foot up. Come on. And that looks about right. Alright, I'm going to take it off and show it to you. Let me do one more stitch. It's not quite perfect, but alright. How's that look? It looks like I just picked it out the garden. Can you see it? Here, let me zoom out. There we go. Here's a close-up. And the next one, we're going to go over the top of that petal with the rope. Here's the back side. I did that pretty good, y'all. I did. Okay, I'm putting it back under the foot. So now we're going to bring the rope. I'm going over the top. Just like that. We're going to zigzag. There we go. I straightened that one out. Alright, we got any more comments? Okay. Alright, lift your rope up. I like to slide it right over the top. Zigzag. So all we're doing is going over and under the rope. Over and under. I did a video. I think I was doing a flag. But this time we're doing petals. On the group we did a flower cutout with the center. Alright, the next petal we're going to go over the top. Over the top of it. Like so. I got a piece of black thread right there. We'll get it. Can you see that? So now we're going over the top. Don't pull on it, just hold it in place. Because when you pull on it, you're going to pull your rope away. Alright, so just let it relax and hold it like right here. just to hold it in place. Because if you pull on it, you're going to pull your rope away from where you're stitching. See, if you pull on it, see how it pulls the rope away? So you just want to relax it. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Wait till you see what I do next after I sew the petals on. Lift it up. Alright, just let it relax. Hold it. Next one. I'm kind of making sure the rope is tight with this hand and holding it with my thumb. And you just relax it over the top. Next one. And I'm using a fabric that's the same color on both sides. Batik fabric's the best to use, but I'm using a solid. Alright, so now we're going to go over top of the petals. Zigzag. I'll go a little faster. Just trying to show you the process. Up, over, slide the rope over. It could be a sunshine, it could be a daisy. You could also applique it, but that would be a lot of work. That I would definitely use that fusible. Alright, this one's going over the top. You just let it relax over it. Over the top. Where's that fuzz come from? The darn housekeeper, she didn't get all the fuzz. Over the top. Make sure everything's snug. Push down. Pretty, pretty. Let's see, do I got any more comments? Nope. We got 3 people. All right. Anybody having leftovers? Leftovers are always good. Turkey, ham. Most people do ham at Christmas time. I had cherry pie. I think I got 3 pieces left. Oh, I'm going to get fat. Alright, so now we're doing the rope over the top. In wintertime, you want to get a little fat, right? Keep you warm like bears. Bears and seals, and they always eat a lot before wintertime. That's my excuse. Oh. Alright, the petals are like spreading out a little bit. Kind of looks like sunshine to me. It was sunshine and oh, I suspect sunshine again, but the clouds keep coming and going. Alright, so this one goes over the top. We're getting to the tinier tip. So you might want to use a stiletto, a chopstick. Hopefully we don't need that. And hopefully my tip ends up on top. I hope it does. Alright, that one petal looks shorter than this one. I don't know what happened. They're all the same size. Alright, so this one we want to go over the top. Here, let me put this down. I got too close to the foot. It's okay. There we go. Put my foot back down. It's okay. This one going over top. You could just flip up two of them so you don't have to deal with them. There we go. Oh, my package needs to come on here. I'm ready to play with the knitting machine. It's one of the round ones. Not that expensive one. I didn't get that one. I ain't gonna be using it that much. Make some hats for the grandkids. It's quicker than crocheting, I tell you that. By watching the videos anyway. There's a few people out that do the videos. They're doing different techniques, adding different colors and designs. So I better learn how to do the basic first, right? Those plastic looms, those things will work you to death. I got a few of those. I hardly ever use them. I know when I was a kid, I got a little bitty one for Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember. I think I still have that one. Alright, so the teeny tiny. Uh-oh. Is it going to stay? I can also cheat the next round if your tips don't see how it's going to come over. If I put the next rope, you can just leave it up. When you get to this point, the next round, you can just lay it on top and just stitch over it. That way you can get your tips. Alright. Hopefully it all works out to plan. Alright, it stayed under there. My hand wants to catch a cramp. You see it? See how it's forming? Lift it up. There we go. Hang on to it. Make sure it gets under your foot right. Alright, the next one's getting teeny teeny. Teeny teeny. Make sure it lays flat when it goes under the foot. Alright, make sure my rope's still snug. I'm holding on to it. Make sure it goes under my foot right, and it did. Next one. Hold on to it. You definitely want to take your time. It's easier than wrapping the wave, but did anybody see the wave bowl that I did with the Crown whiskey bottle? Alright, so I'm back to this one. I'm going to stitch right over the top of it so my point will show. Cool? Okay, I'm going to make sure it gets under the foot, over the top. I didn't tuck it under my rope. I want the points to show. Alright, this one. This one got a little bit longer. I'm going to go over the top. There we go. The next one, I'm going over the top of the tip. I'm not tucking it. Alright, this next one, we're going to go over the top of the rope. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Need some more rope. Does that make sense? You'll see it in a minute. And it goes under the foot just perfect. Now this one, I want to make sure it goes right. So in other words, we're cheating a little bit. But I want them to stay above the rope. Okay, so I got one more round. I still see some tips. Alright, this one's got a little tiny tip still. Go right over the top of it. And it's barely a little tip. Barely a little tip. And one more. Alright. Now, looky there, y'all. Here, let me zoom back out. Zoom. There she is. You see how I went over the top instead of tucking it? What you think? Alright. You're welcome. Yeah, lots of leftovers. I'm coming over. Alright, so I was thinking, I don't know if I want to use gray. You see what I'm doing? So I'm going to make it look 3D. That's my plan anyway. We're going to make it 3D. This is a shiny string. I think it's a crochet string. I don't know. But it's a type of nylon. Alright, so I'm going to place it right there. We're going to zigzag right over the top. There we go. Put your stitch on a smaller stitch, not too small. Alright, let me move this out of the way. Give yourself some slack of string. Now we're going to do is stitch it. We're outlining the petals. It's going to give it a 3D. It's going to give it a little 3D. Uh-oh, I went off kilter. All the way to the tip. Let's see. Put my needle down. And then we're going to bring it around. Uh-oh. But take your time. It's no hurry. We're just making some pretty bowls. Alright, let me see if I can get that. So our needle's on the opposite side. We're going to go to the next petal. Isn't that cool? You see that? Let me zoom in. How you like that? Don't it make a 3D like it's sketched out? See, yeah, I like to play around. I do all kinds of crafts, and I have, you know, I got embroidery floss, I got yarn. Alright, so I want the string to be on the opposite side of my needle here. So I can turn it, bring it around the needle. There we go. Isn't that cool? That's all you're doing is outlining your petal that you just made. And it makes it like a 3D. And turn it. Bring your string around. Aim it. Zigzag over it. Bring it over. Hold it. Alright, so I want my needle to go right there. And that, so this is on that right hand side. You want to bring it around the needle and then turn it. There we go. Uh-oh. It ain't gotta be super perfect. It's like doing artwork. Okay, it's on the back side of the needle. Bring your thread around. You're gonna hold it. Stitch over it. Now you want to make sure it's, there we go. Sometimes you gotta lift your foot up. Alright, I was checking my string, make sure it wasn't hung. Put it, my string is on the right hand side of the needle. Now I need some more slack here. Turn it. Ta-da. Ain't it cute? Let me cut my strings out the way. Hey y'all, this is looking pretty. I think I'm going to outline the circle too. I don't want to do that yet. Now I want to move it over. There we go. It helps to have that little see-through part on your foot so you can see it. And needle down. Bring the string up. Stitching right over the top of your string. It's not, gotta aim it just right here. Alright, bring it around. Put your needle down, turn it, and you string up. The string is behind the needle. Oh man, this is turning out pretty. Well, isn't that cool, y'all? And it's easy. Who doesn't like easy? You just got to take your time. Behind the needle, This time it's on the left side of the needle. Is it in the right spot? Alright, put the needle down. String is behind the needle. Position it to where it needs to be. Okay, I gotta pick my foot up a little bit. There we go. You can use yarn, you can use crochet, cotton yarn. You can use all kinds of things. Embroidery floss, that's usually what I use. Alright, get over there. Last one, last one. Okay, aim, put the needle down, foot down, I mean. Alright, so now I want to outline my center. This is going to be a little more tedious. Not really. It's cooperating. I might have to give myself some rope slack. Isn't it cool, y'all? You're just laying your string, outlining. So I'm outlining the center of the flower right now. And I think I am done. I went past where I was at the first time. So I didn't backstitch. I cut my strings. I cut this one. And let me zoom back out. Ta-da! 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 This one got a little bit closer here, but it's cool. It still looks like a daisy. What do you think about that, y'all? That's on the back. You could outline the back too, but I don't feel like doing that. Cut my string. You could outline your back too. This is your front. All I do is outline it with the string. Pretty neat, pretty neat. And you could do any kind of design. You could do a big bowl, a little bowl. Now, what do I want to do with the rest of this bowl? I don't know. See, I got a petal left. See, if I would have arranged it right, it would have fit somewhere. See how much the petals shrank? All my petals were the same size. And look how much it shrank just from going in and out. It shrank. Will I use this? Oh no, mine is Batik. It is Batik. So how you like that, y'all? You love it? This one kind of went different, but it's cool. It turned out pretty snazzy. Now I gotta figure out, do I want to wrap it the rest of the way, or... I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna zigzag and put my zigzag back up some. I'm gonna go ahead and form a bowl. I think I'm gonna wrap a couple of rows at the top. So I just have it on a gradual tilt. I don't know if y'all want to see me wrap or not. We could have weaved in and out a stem too, but turned out cute. I gotta add some more pizzazz to it. It needs some wrap fabric or something. What color would y'all wrap with? Would you use some batiks that had the same color? Would you wrap it with some green? I only had a little bit of this. Wait a minute, do I have more of that? Let me look. I got a scrap bag with strips and different batiks. I don't know if I'd have enough. I've got, what do I have? I'm looking. I'm making rattling noise too, y'all. Alright, I got a little bit of this. It won't come out. I got a little bit of that. Hold on, I got some more of that. Uh-oh, might be in business. That one's too small. We can add... Oh, wow, look at that. Don't you love batik? I don't know. What color, y'all, would y'all do it? What color would y'all wrap with it? Let me know in the comments. I am looking through some batiks that I have. I got some brown. I don't like that. Don't like that. What other color do I have? What other color do I have that I want to use? That's the thing. You know what? I got a bunch of the blues here. These are an inch and a half, looks like. Nope, these are 2-inch strips, but they're short. I don't know if I want to use that. It would still be pretty. I don't know. What y'all think? This green one? This one? It's more like a brownie green. I don't know if I got enough. That's the thing. That's the thing. If I can find another color that would go with that. See, that's what I get for working with scraps. And they're too small. Alright, I got a darker green. What about the darker green? I got quite a bit of that. I got some army colored green too. Ooh. I think that one looks better. Those two look better. Oh, the heat's kicking. What about those two? You like them too? They might not be showing up the right color on the camera. Maybe if I turn my sewing machine light off. Wrap it with this and then the green. Decisions. Are these longer? I got to cut them again. Oh, that was shorter. Do I have enough to do at least one round? So this one's got like tan, like a blue-gray, yellow-green. And this one's like army greens. I don't think I got enough. Let's see. Alright, what side's the darker side? We're going to wrap it and see. Well, this will bring out the center of the flower because I think it's the same fabric. Well, it's close to it. Alright, I got 4 pieces. Is it going to reach around? It might. Decisions. The strips are a little bit bigger than I usually wrap with. But it's okay. It's okay. And that heat is kicking over here, and I wrapped my hair in I wrapped a piece of hair. It was my hair. It was curly. Okay. Whoops. And we might get by with one more piece. We might just make it with this one. Whoop, whoop. It's the same color as the center of the flower. Ooh, that heat is kicking. You turn it off. Alright, I do need 4 pieces. this is more than enough. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I always say you can't really do wrong on what you use to wrap. We'll see, right? We'll see if my motto is right. It just needs something besides being plain, right? If you know me, watching my videos or the group, you know I'm not a plain Jane. I gotta add, I'm stuck. I gotta add flowers or color or braid or something. Alright, how much thread do I got? I got plenty. And you know my baby lock doesn't like too much thickness, and I used a wider strip of fabric, and she's not, I'm having to give it a little push. That's one thing about this baby lock. Alright, get to unwrap a couple of wraps. And that's dead on it. It's alright, I went just a smidge it past it. Alright. Do a couple of rows of plain and then add the green. You might have a cool bowl. Alright, I need some more rope. If it ain't rope we need thread or bobbin. Let me cut this off. I pull it back so I see the threads and just trim it right off, and I might use that. Okay, I'm gonna do maybe 3 rounds of plain. I like the rope to show. Sometimes I'll wrap a complete bowl. I sell more of the bowls like this than I do the complete wrap bowls. People love the colors that I pick, but nobody buys them. I don't know. People are funny. Alright, here's round 3. And I sell a lot of the small bowls or the medium trinket size bowls. People tend to buy the smaller bowls or coasters. And there's the end of that one. Ooh. That wasn't a bad choice. I gotta cut my string now. That wasn't a bad choice. What do you think? Wasn't too bad. Cut this off. It's the same color as the center. That wasn't a bad choice. What do you think? You like the darker? I'm thinking about the darker around the top. I think I'm going to cut my strip smaller too. Well, this one's a wider. It's wider, so I can do that. Dang, I should have saved that one. That one had a cool design on it. Do y'all think like I do? I see different patterns or whatever in fabric and it's like, ooh, I can use that. I can do that. You see, this one's got like a weird pattern. It reminds me of the acrylic paint pour with the little bubbles and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it with green now. The army green color. You're going to yell at me. I think it'd be cool. Ooh, I see some more batik I could have used. Uh-oh. My phone's going off. It'll be alright. They can leave a message. Flip it down. It's probably the nursing home again. They keep sending automated messages talking about the COVID. Alright, so that looks good too. It depends on what you're looking for in your bowl. I don't know. What do you think? Yes? No? It'd be nice if I had some batik that had yellow in it. I don't know what else to do. I'm not quite happy with that one. I need like a yellow. Look at that one. That one's got like burgundy, purple, and green. I don't know what else to do to this one, y'all. I might have to dig in my stash. Yeah. I don't know what else to do to it. I don't like the green. I like this color in it. I think I want to bring some more flower out. Yeah, I think something ain't right with that color. It ain't talking to me. I need to dig. Huh. I got some of those plastic shells and I have stacks of fabrics. Most of them are fat quarters. I'm looking. See if a color up there is going to attract my attention. I want to bring out the flower. So I need to look for some yellow hues. Or orangey yellow. Whoops, I'm sorry. I don't see nothing right now. Anyway, at least you get to see how to do the weave, right? Like I said, I gotta dig. I don't see nothing that's popping out at me. You want to see what I'm looking at? You want to see what I'm looking at to make my decision? Let me turn you around. I'll let you see my shelf. That's the pile of to-dos. Here's my shelves. Those are all fat quarters. And those are my solids. There's some batik. I painted my shelves. That's my palette I've been working on. Got plants behind my sewing machine. It's a small room. But those are those plastic shelves that people put in their garages. It works for me. I just gotta go over there and dig. I try to put everything where I can see it. Alright, y'all. I guess I'm gonna end the video here. I hate to end it like this, but try out your outline. That it turned out really neat. And you can use yarn, you can use dental floss, you can use cotton crochet yarn, you can use any kind of string, as long as it's a color that you want. My flower turned out a little wonky, but it's cool. Yeah, I got close on this one, that's what happened. My outline went a little bit past where it was supposed to go. It's a playing thing. You ain't gotta be perfect. Alright, ladies. I guess I'm gonna dig and ponder and see what color pops for me. And if you're on my Facebook group page, I'll post a picture of it when it's done. Cool beans, cool beans. I hate to end it like this. I give you something to play with. But, yep, all I did was sketched out a petal. It's the same size as my finger. And then I traced it. And we put 7 of them. Alright, ladies. Thanks for watching. And give it a try. Yep. Try out the outline. It gives it like a 3D sketched look. Alright, love y'all. Peace. And y'all have a safe New Year's if I don't come back on before then. Love y'all. Bye.